Hi guys, it's Carissa. So just kind of on the health and TTC front, I wanted to update you. There isn't really much to say, to be honest. As you probably know, my husband and I did decide to stop all of our fertility treatments in September, but we wouldn't prevent pregnancy, so we'd welcome it if it happened, but I'm not counting cycle days or anything at all. I'm just paying attention to make sure that I get my period every month because, that's to me is a good sign usually that I'm taking care of myself and that I'm headed in the right direction. I know I can't 100% control it, but that's that. So that doesn't mean it isn't still really, really difficult. I'm still just as sensitive to it. It was really hard over Thanksgiving to see, in different forms of social media, people saying how thankful they were for their children and their families. I don't know, even silly things like Jessica Simpson's pregnant again, I guess. That for some reason really burned me. But that comes with the territory. And I know that anyone else who's been there or is experiencing it currently completely understands that you can be perfectly fine one moment and then you see a commercial for diapers or something and you feel like you're going to fall apart. So that's just kind of where I stand. Just, not unhealthily repressing feelings, but trying to focus on other positive things. In terms of health and weight loss, I am under close watch, with my primary care physician, and I have a new OBGYN that I really trust. I just recently got all my blood work done, make sure I'm good, no diabetes, no any, additional problems. Just trying to maintain my health and improve it slowly over time. That being said, I have not weighed myself. My doctors have weighed me, and some of them have discussed weight loss without any actual numbers. I have not weighed myself or really worried about that, but I have had people tell me that I look like I've lost some weight. But I feel like people say that to me all the time, and I never have. So that must just mean sometimes, or like the last time they saw me, I looked really fat, and then this time I just have good clothes on or something, you know what I mean? So that is the phenomenon of my life, is I feel like I'm told that on a regular basis, and it's never really actually true. But my sister and I have dedicated ourselves, it's a positive thing to look forward to. It starts my day off right. I get up at 4:15 every morning, and I know I work from home. I don't have to do that. I could sleep till 12 if I want to, but I get up at 4:15 every morning, meet my sister at the gym by 10 to 5, and we get a workout in that kind of helps us start our day. And it's nice because from that point, I can do whatever I want to. I can shower, dress, and go on with my day. Or if my husband's still in bed, I can crawl into bed and sleep for a couple more hours when I get back, and it'd be as if I didn't even go, but I did. So that's wonderful. I am reconsidering not having dairy anymore because I recently had that awful sinus infection, and I just feel like something's got to give. My health is more important than the way cheese tastes. Let me say that again. No, I have to kind of get over that, and I did. I was vegan for 11 months straight, and I really tried to focus myself. And that was several years ago. Now, a vegan lifestyle, thanks to some additional books and documentaries, is much more welcome and much more common in the world. And so it's easier to find restaurants that cater to that, different products on the market, minimally processed things that kind of help make things easier. So I really want to stop taking in dairy as much as possible. It's just, right now I feel like it's one of the only things that dietarily separates me from a healthier life. For the most part, I consider everything in moderation, including moderation, my key. But I think dairy should be a very special treat, a very occasional special treat, rather than something that I take in daily, if at all. I might choose to, get to a point where I won't have it at all. But I think where people make mistakes in all forms of dietary changes is by saying no more of this, no more sugar, no more white bread. And I think that that's the first step to failure. So just consider the fact that I got sick 2 days before my mother's birthday, okay? So that was October 17th. I've been sick since October 17th. I'm still not 100%. I just had to get an x-ray of my side done because between coughing and weight training, I'm not sure how it happened. It was probably the coughing. I pulled muscles in my rib cage and it is so painful. It is so painful. This is an ailment I don't need to have and I don't need to accept as a side effect of an illness I don't need to have. So I'm just reminding myself of that. The doctor gave me some Flonase, so it could taste like I swallowed lilacs for a couple days until I kind of dry up the postnasal drip, or whatever is making me sound like I just smoked 5 packs of cigarettes, because I would really like to have my voice back. So that's where I stand in terms of those things. I am so, how do I say this in the nicest way? I'm so not looking forward to New Year's and resolutions and other people trying to do things to better themselves that don't last. That's the mentality I feel like a lot of people have. And I'm going to call you out. Some people on YouTube have been like, this is what I'm going to do. And then you don't see a video for like 6 months because they failed and they feel bad that they failed. Don't be so hard on yourself. What I'm telling you right now about trying to give up dairy, I fully intend to have dairy tonight at dinner. But I'm just looking into ways of slowly cutting it out and making sure I have non-dairy options on hand. That being said, I relearned the other day that no cheese on pizza is better than fake cheese on pizza, always. And that was kind of a rule of thumb back when I was following a vegan diet. I avoided cheese substitutes and even nutritional yeast, which some people use for cheese flavoring, because it was expensive and I didn't like it. I almost never liked it. So, those are kind of my stepping stones. If there's anything that you have that you'd like to suggest for me, or even just questions that you have about I don't know if I've even mentioned this before here because it's a sensitive subject. One of the reasons why I gave it up so long ago was because I did it to lower my blood pressure and it didn't. I still needed to be on medication for my blood pressure. So that's something I was just like, okay, I accept that. But also, I felt like I was constantly defending myself. If people choose to eat bacon and act like fanatics about it, because bacon's like really cool right now, like it's all over the internet, like is this, oh yeah, it's like the cool thing to be into. Like, yeah, I got a shirt that says bacon on it. Why don't people question them? Like, why would you eat something or promote eating something that's so harmful to your body and that's so bad for you? People don't do that. But if you say, oh, no thank you on the bacon, if you're at a restaurant or something with people who don't understand, you get 3 million questions about it. And so I was really tired of defending myself, and I wasn't preachy. I actually didn't call it vegan most of the time because I didn't like the stigma that came with it. I just said I don't eat animal products and people wouldn't question it. But it was like if you're lactose intolerant, which I am, and you're like, oh, I don't do dairy because I'm lactose intolerant. People are like, okay, cool. Or if you're like, I'm a vegetarian. Sometimes people might razz you a little, but for the most part, they're like, oh, I respect that. But if you don't do either of those things, then people are like, whoa, I can't handle that. So that's why I don't really like to talk to anyone about it much. And you guys, I talk to about more things than I do my own friends and family, just because I feel like I can have unbiased ears, to speak to. And you're choosing to listen to what I'm saying right now rather than feeling obligated to because you know me or whatever. And I still was trying to hide it. So I might talk about it here or there, just going back into it. Like I said, I'm not going to be like, oh, starting Monday, no more cheese or milk, you know. That's not how I roll. We're going to be making Christmas cookies in a couple weeks, and there will be real butter involved, people. Maybe it'll be kind of like, you know, my send-off. Who knows? So that's it. I've talked for far too long. I just wanted to say hi real quick, let you know what's going on with those things. And thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.